Okay, so I admitted that I'm not really the biggest advocate for the Boruto anime. I have my fair share of problems with the way in which the anime adaptation actually works. I'm not saying that it is bad or terrible as a whole. I'm not denying that there are good moments in the anime, that is for sure. But at the same time, there are some moments which are outright boring and moments which I don't really care about that much. But in spite of all of that, the last couple of episodes of the Boruto anime has been absolutely top notch, and not only is it adding believable content to the anime canon, but along with all of that, the anime is also able to strengthen the bonds of the characters because the manga kind of rushes with these things and it just directly goes to the plot without really expanding upon the main characters, let alone the side characters as such. So here I definitely need to agree with the fact that the anime is doing a very good job with the adaptation. So hello and welcome to Undervisey, my name is Soham and today we are going to talk about the Boruto anime episode 195. But before that, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to the channel since I do weekly anime and manga related content along with a bunch of other stuff. With that being said, let's begin the video. Now here I'm not saying that the animation was mind-blowing or anything like that, it was pretty normal, but overall I'm really liking the direction in which the anime is proceeding so far because like I said before, it is adding believable anime content and it is strengthening the bonds of the characters, which is not really that much visible or viable in the manga as such because it is a monthly manga. Now here in the anime, the Vase-kun arc finally begins properly because the next couple of chapters in the manga, the vase is actually a very big part of the story and plotline to the point where other central characters like Mitsuki were even forgotten to accommodate the storyline of the vase. But here it seems like the anime is doing a good job to balance out these techniques, and that is very evident from this episode in itself. Because here in this episode, Naruto actually takes Kawaki to a ride to see the Konoha village. And here this was one of my favorite chapters in the manga, and I'm so happy to say that the anime adaptation has absolutely nailed it. This was really well done. Now here the main motivation of this episode is to find a replacement vase for the one which was broken by Kawaki, and as such Naruto takes Kawaki to the shop of Ino. But before that they have a quick stop at the Taiyaki shop. Now here in the manga it was actually only Sarada who was present at the shop, but once again I think that the anime has done a good job to add Chocho here as well, because even though Chocho is not one of my favorite characters or anything like that, but still it really feels nice to see the other characters getting some spotlight because they appear so less in the manga. Along with that, it also gives a very good characterization to Naruto as well, because later on, Naruto goes on to give Sarada and Chocho a treat. At this point, the stark difference in the characterization of Naruto, the boy who was once absolutely broke is now treating Chocho and the others. The character growth of Naruto has been really great here, and I am really liking these small additions that the anime is doing because this is showing a very believable growth to the characters as such. There are some really goofy and funny moments here which I really enjoyed as such. For example, Chocho ordering all the varieties of taiyaki that are here, and to this the reaction of Kawaki, Naruto as well as Sarada is the same, that how can she eat such an outrageous amount of food. Moreover, Choji is also mentioned here because Chocho is actually bringing food for her father. So here I'm just hoping to see the interaction of Kawaki along with the other older gen characters as well. Moreover, I'm really looking forward to the interaction that eventually happens between Kawaki as well as Kakashi. I am really waiting for that one, and I hope that the anime actually does something like that. But in the midst of all these funny and goofy moments, the dark truth about Kawaki's past is brought up once again, and how he had such a troubled childhood because he literally does not know the meaning of a snack here. Naruto actually has to explain to him that what is the meaning of a snack, because according to Kawaki they just had breakfast, so what is even the need to have food once again? Because his entire childhood has been very dark and gloomy, and as such he does not even know the meaning behind a snack. That is a really sad one, and once again I'm really glad that the anime is adding these smaller moments here and there to flesh out the characters as such. But moving forward from all of this, Kawaki chooses a chocolate taiyaki, but he does not want to share his food with Sarada, but that is brought up later on in this episode in a very good fashion. I'm going to talk that in a bit. But before that, Sarada also tags along with them, and the three of them finally head to Ino's flower shop. Here, the events were really well handled once again, because at the beginning we once again get the information dump about the sensory department of Konoha and how the Yamanaka clan handles all of these things, wherein the chakra of everyone who enters and leaves the village has to be registered as such. Now here, granted that the anime has already added some anime canon scenes to this particular thing, but still this was once again very good to see because it is being acknowledged by Naruto himself. But after this, Kawaki finally chooses a vase and Ino is about to put some flowers inside it. But at that very moment, Kawaki has a PTSD-like flashback and he gets visions about Jigen and how much of a traumatic childhood he has had, because the vase kind of reminded him of himself and how he was marked with the karma as such. This particular scene was 100% on point. This was really well executed. The creepy and eerie music was absolutely well done here, and the entire scene in my opinion was absolutely perfection as such. And because of all of these things, Kawaki kind of drops the vase, and here the moment when Naruto hugs Kawaki and says that you do not have to worry. This was really beautiful in my opinion. This was very well done, and it just goes on to show how much Naruto actually has cared for Kawaki, genuinely without any second thoughts, because he can definitely see himself, his childhood self inside of Kawaki. But at the end of the things, Kawaki apologizes to Ino. And after all of this, they finally leave the shop after buying that particular vase. Thereafter, Sada also leaves after telling Kawaki that she intends to become the Hokage in the future, and as such, he can also depend upon her, which is a nod to the future events that are about to happen. But before heading back home, once again an anime canon scene was added here, and that is stopping at the Ichiraku Ramen. Now once again here the scenes were really adorable, and I'm glad that the anime is adding these special moments as such. Now here Naruto kind of reminds Kawaki about the importance of sharing by using the example of the thing which he is most famous for, that is Ichiraku Ramen. Now for someone who is not following this series, this particular scene might seem very childish, but that is not the case, because here Kawaki had a really troublesome past and he has absolutely no idea about things which are expected from a child, because he was not taught about all of these things. That is one of the major reasons why in the earlier parts of this episode, Kawaki immediately starts to attack a kid who just bumped into him, because for him every day was a challenge to survive. There was no playtime as such. So this just goes on to show the harsh childhood of Kawaki and why Naruto really cared for him. And lastly, they finally head home and Kawaki hands over the new vase to Himawari. She's happy obviously, but Boruto is not happy by all of this, and he says that this is not just about buying a new vase, you have to understand what you have done wrong here, and he finally hands over the super glue to him, and as such Kawaki has to repair the vase, and that is the only way in which Boruto is going to acknowledge him after this. These were pretty normal scenes, there's nothing much added here. But at the very end of all of these things, we finally get the scene of Delta and Kashin Koji, and Kashin Koji finally infiltrates inside of Konoha because of XYZ reasons, which is not exactly stated why inside the anime yet. And overall for me, this was a really good episode. I'm really liking the last couple of episodes of the anime, and as such, I'm having high expectations on the future of the series because a major fight is coming up very soon, so hopefully that is also going to be executed very well. So these were my opinions of Boruto episode 195. What do you guys think about all of these things? Please do let me know in the comment section below. So that's it for today guys, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel for more. Also, please do join the channel membership for some very cool perks and features. With that being said, this is WonderYZ and I'll see you soon in the next video.